Thank goodness Pandora opened the box of danger and evil, because what did that leave us with? Hope. I watched something recently. This pissed me off. Welcome to the piss off corner. Welcome to the piss corner. This right here is going to be the piss corner. Just something we never have to worry about. Why would we go outside? Good morning, y'all. First of all, haircut. Huh? How do you like that jam? Welcome back to the Count of Minecraft Christo, or today's title, Little Miss Minecraft 2006, featuring Steve Carell. Oh, shit. And Tony Calenderman. Am I right? It's a little 2006 piece of media for you. Shout out that movie. All right, we have plans today because our mistake in the past is that we didn't make plans, and when you make a plan, God laughs, and if God doesn't laugh, it just doesn't get done at all. We got to finish this house. We have no flooring, and we are living like a buffoon. We have grass on the ground, and when we should have grass in our hearts and in our dubs, but instead, we have grass on the floor, and that's not where grass belongs, unless you're outside, I suppose. So maybe there are. Hey, bud, do you like this? Are you proud of what I made? All right, well, fine. So we're gonna. Ooh. Why'd the water sound like that? My game volume's not high enough. Hold on. Bang, 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 bang. What if I just do that? Delicious. Okay. We need to get this flooring done, dude. Stanley Steamer makes your floor cleaner, and right now we are living like a wild bunch of fools. So, we also have to make an area for our animals to go because they're very loud and I don't want them near me. And that's my right as an American to choose whether or not the animals are near me. So I think that's going to be the first thing we do. There's something I wanted to talk about. When I was younger, when I was younger, we have so many name tags, which is good because that means we can make our Terrence cow. When I was younger, I was at the mall with my grandma, and while we were chillaxing, I was like in that weird place you're in when you're in high school where you think everybody hates you and you also hate everybody because your angst is stronger than these cows. Got to be quiet. Hold on, I'm gonna turn down the cows. Your angst is so high that you are ready to fight kind of the world, you know? And environment, dude, I swear we turned this down before. Oh, we did. We're gonna turn it down way more. I don't want to hear the cows suffering. It's not my fault that they're suffering, but it is my fault that they're stuck where they are. But I was hanging out with the grandma, G of Maz, and we were walking around the mall, and whilst walking around, I was like, dude, I'm so bad at organizing. Look at this. Look at this mess, huh? Bless this mess. While we were walking around the mall, I said something like, dude, everyone's looking at me. Everyone's staring at me. And they're all judging me. And my grandma, like, in her infinite wisdom, which is infinite, she was like, I mean this with love, but you're not that special. I was like, Grandma, you're supposed to be on my side, big dog. And she was like, I am on your side. But you're just not that special. No one cares because they're all focused on their own business. And that kind of, like, changed my whole perspective of that. And I feel very grateful for her intellect and ability to discern the world around her and have wisdom like that. Because after that, it made me realize that's true. Every single job I ever had, every single class I ever took as a child, all I could think was, if I'm going to raise my hand, I have to do it in a cool way. You got to, like, lean back and throw up one of these. You just can't do this. You know what I mean? I look so white on camera, it's freaking me out. Not that I'm not, but I've been tanning. You know, I've been in the great outdoors. What if we do this? That's dark. What if we do this? That's crazy. That's worse. We're going to leave it at that. We're just going to deal with the factual nature of hues. But it really changed my whole perspective on everything. Because at first, I was under false pretenses. And those false pretenses kind of consumed my waking mind. This idea that everyone's looking all the time. And I say that, but now I'm streaming, which means people are looking all the time. Which means I have to be aware of the eyes that are upon me. I think it's also given where you live as well. Where I live, there's like the concept of nature, but there's not really a whole lot of like true nature. There's no woods, you know what I mean? Everything is a 7-Eleven or a Publix. And that's hard to deal with, man. because that means everywhere you go, there are infinite people. And so if there are infinite people, there are infinite eyes. And I think it's a difficult thing to exist around. It's I bring it up all the time, and I'm going to bring it up again because it's my favorite thing to bring up. Father of utilitarianism, Jeremy Bentham, talks about the panopticon, man. Eventually, we just start watching ourselves, and that's what has happened. And like the few times I've been like, man, you know what? I am going to go... Look at this torch placement. Isn't that beautiful? It's just sporadically spattered. I like that. I think we are going to eventually painting this entire wall. Painting as in using it as a verb, but also describing the noun since it's called a painting. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, it's impossible. Fuck, I don't even know if I've told this story already. But I went out to the beach and I was like, oh boy, I'm going to go hang out in a hammock. And when I got there, I put my hammock up. Excuse me. When I got there, I put my hammock up and I was enjoying my time and I was reading a book. And it was in one of those points in my life where like, you know, like you're just tired. And everything's been a lot lately. And that was my first time being like, you know what? I'm going to go out of the house. I'm going to enjoy nature. It was the windiest day I'd ever seen. It looked like I was trying to set up a sail. And my hammock is up and I'm giggling because it's like blowing in my face. And I finally get the hammock up and I start reading my book. And I was like, here we are, baby. We're in cognitive land. We are enjoying our time and we are intermingling with the world around us. We are not above nature, but instead we are a part of nature. And I had a great time. And within like 10 minutes, this guy came up to me and was like, hey man, nice hammock. And I said, thank you. And he had a little security badge on. And I was like, thank you. I'm glad you like my hammock. And he was like, yeah, you're going to have to take that down. And I was like, what? Why? Why would I have to take it down? I didn't fight him. He's just doing his job. You know, we can't blame these people. Everyone's got their own prerogative. And he was like, unfortunately, what you have, a hammock, is a safety concern. So we got to be careful and you can't have that up. And I was like, dude, I'm enjoying my time. In fact, I'm making a whole lot of effort to not sit inside on my phone. Like, you can't go anywhere. And that kind of reverberates through other points in my life, too. When I was in high school, my buddies and I, we were just inside playing video games all day. It was one of those days, you know, smash on the TV until the next moon arrives. And whilst we were doing that, my dad came in and was like, hey, bud, how about you guys get the fuck out of the house? And I was like, you're right. It's a beautiful day. We're going to need so much more birch, but thank goodness. Let me put these seeds away, too. I don't need these right now. Mob drops. Anything in there we can throw? No. Okay. Then you are just going to go in here. My dad made a very poignant statement, which was, get the fuck out of the house. So we did. And we were like, where should we go? Where do a bunch of teenagers, where there's not like a big wooded area, where do we go? Well, I've got a fucking idea for you. Let's go to Walmart, man. This was pre-COVID, back before the man tried to hold us down. And fuck. Is that gonna break it? Nice. Okay. Awesome. We went to Walmart because that's where you hang out. And after being in Walmart long enough, the people, all right, we already ran out of birch. The people inside of Walmart were like, hey, you can't hang out here. You guys have to leave. So we said, okay, we shouldn't be at home. So that's fair. You know, you also don't want us inside your building. If we're not buying anything, I can understand that. So then we went and hung out in the parking lot, as you do. And in hanging out in this Walmart parking lot, another security guard came and said, hey, I know you couldn't hang out inside the Walmart, but you also can't hang out in the parking lot. So we were like, okay, well, you know what? I tell you what, the sun is setting. I'm about to see it kiss the horizon. If it's going to kiss the horizon, I better be there with open lips, ready to accept. So then we went to the beach. And then we got to the beach and it was dark. And then a cop came up and said, hey, you guys can't be at the beach because it's nighttime. And it was just very like disorienting. The realization that you can't really be anywhere. There's a whole lot of refusal of place to go, and it's not a choice you can make. It just is. Then it's like, where am I supposed to go? And lo and behold, we just went back inside, which is kind of the curse of these things, I guess. All right, I think we have bones. We have a bone. A single bone has been owned, and now we need to get more. I'm thinking birch for this, but I also want to do the sexy thing where you have like the stairs, so that way there's like a little bit of like indent throughout. I think that would be sick. So let's see what we have, which is not a lot. Do we have more bones in the chest, a la bones? Whoops. We do not. Sick. All right, so then we're gonna let that grow. While we do that, another thing I wanted to do. We are going to build a little area to fish, because I'm sick of not having an area to fish. I'm going to do an irresponsible thing and make another diamond shovel, but I want it. Let me put these name tags away too. No matter how organized I get, it's really not going to matter, because my inventory is always going to look like this. And it's something that everyone, all of us, are just going to kind of have to handle. Nominal VODs, AI viewers, how about you place your tongue on my scrotum and then you get out? We could also do that. Come in here with a link trying to get me to buy something. Taste my taint. Do that and then kick rocks, pal. I say that like it's a human, but I'm just saying it to a nothing. Hello, do you have anything good? No. You do not. Enjoy your time. Have a great day. All right, now the plan is, where are we going to build like a little fishing area? I would much rather have had chosen a spot where we have some sort of ocean, some sort of lake. But those are mistakes of long past, so it's too late for that. Maybe let's do it out here. No, I don't like that either. We're going to put the farm over here eventually, I think. So maybe we can do it like this. In the area where our tree farm is, our farm of tree, we can kind of just start opening this up. Open this pit up. Let's mosh. And make somewhat... That hasn't grown at all. And it's freaking me out because I really want it to grow. What was I saying? I have no idea. We're going to make a little pond. And we're going to make it look as realistic as possible. We're going to terraform. This is our planet. We can do what we want with it because we always give back to it. We've collected an abundance of flowers that we will then not use at all. But they will exist. Boom. More birch. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, right? Like we make kind of a little pond area over here. And then along the sides, we can have a... Does that need to be 1 over, you think? Yeah. Excuse me. We do like a fun little sexy a jam where we can have our little pond over here and we can fish, and maybe we can get some better enchantments since we are currently at such a low level. And the only person's fault that is mine, because I die with expedient repetition. Expedient repetition. Pardon me. I think that's going to be the jam. That's going to be the idea. Yes. Yes, look at this. We have more flowers than we know what to do with, which is kind of just a par for the course, I guess. We're a lover boy, and that switch don't flick off. There's nothing we can do. Look at this. Look at all these flowers. That's for you. That's for me. That's for us. It's called sharing, and it's called caring. This isn't big enough. We're going to widen it a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to have to make it a little bit deep, too. I don't want to mess with this, man. I really want it to grow. But I'm pretty sure it needs like a 2x2, if I remember correctly. Not that I always do remember correctly. I haven't played this in forever. But as God intended, you play it every 8 years. Just as the good Lord intended. This is how you play these games. If we could go like 1 deeper, I think that would bring its sexyometer up a little bit. And then later, we can make it better. We can get lily pads and such. But for now, we're cooking with gas, dude. We're out here living with propane and propane-based accessories. And there's little more than you could ask for than propane. Okay, 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 okay. Then we're gonna have to build a fishing pole too. But we should also move our cows. Because the quicker we move our cows, the less we have to hear it while we're inside. But at least we can do this while we're waiting for our jam to grow over there on the left. This is good, huh? Like one little more scoop in. Scooping to pooping. Booping to Beppo. I like this. I'm gonna build a second infinite water source because I don't ever remember the most beneficial way to do it. I'm not gonna do that. I straight up am lying because actually I'm just gonna do it like this. We're just gonna run back and forth. Like that. Like that. And like that. Boom. Boom. This is riveting. I am in cloud 9. Watch us go back and forth. Watch. This is crazy because I wouldn't want to do like real labor, but if I'm doing this, I mean, like, hey, what more can we ask for? How was my day? Good. Thanks for asking. I said goodbye to one of my friends, man. One of my friends is moving real far away, so it was the last time we got to like. Ooh, nope. Wait. Boop. Oh. Boop. Boop. Took a long walk. Dude, I walked like 3 miles today. I'm not like a walking person. I don't like walking. He texted me because it was our last chance to kind of get together, and he was like, do you want to go for a jog? And I'm like, so funny you say that. I would rather die a fiery death than go on a run. Damn it. I'm going to beef this so bad. This is not going to work, man. It's just going to flow down. How do we get it across? Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. But he texted me. He was like, would you like to go on a jog together? I said, bud, that's the last thing on earth I would want to do. Motherfucker, man. I'm bad with the physics in this game. I don't remember how it works. Okay, that's not bad. If we get a little infinite source here of water, then we could start doing something more sexy. Oh my god, why didn't that work? How about this? Okay. Should we build it up first? Am I an idiot? Hold on. I think I am. Hold on. I think I can. I don't care how long it takes. This is going to be beautiful. Beauty and aesthetics are important. They are what helps to create our understanding of ourselves. Okay. And then we'll just do the same thing like this. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, look at that. Now we're getting more water. And we'll just dig it down again. We have the technology. We have the ability. We have the patience. We have the wherewithal. We have the will. We have a twinkle in our eye and a fire in our heart. And truthfully, if that's the case, then nothing can stop us. Thank goodness Pandora opened the box of danger and evil, because what did that leave us with? Hope. When everything is all cool, calm, and collected, there's really not much to write home about. But Pandora opened the box and we damn her. We're mad at her. How could she not? But now she opens it and we get to... Ah, damn, I ran out of dirt. What the hell was that? I think I heard a witch. We damn Pandora for opening the box? How could she not? That's just part of the game, baby. But now that she opened Pandora's box and all the evil was let out, then we're left with hope. That's the goal. That's the key. I almost went into Jeremy Colhane's impression on SNL of Tucker Carlson. Why did I also say that with like a speech impediment? Tucker Carlson. Where he's like, that's the goal now. What was I saying earlier? Dude, I'm so bummed that this season of SNL is... Oh, I thought it was all going to fill up all in one go. I saw it schmoovin'. How about this? You like that? Yeah. You like that? What kind of guy are you? Oh, fuck. I keep celebrating and it's not there yet. One more? Yeah! Flat water. That's what happens when you drink a Perrier after it's been left out for like 2 hours in a hot car. It's flat water. If you let a sparkling water go flat? Like as in like you open it and just leave it open long enough? Does it just become still water again? That might be a dumb question. Ignore that question. But I think it was spot on. These are the things we got to know. How else are we supposed to manage the world around us if we don't know these things, man? Our diamond shovel's about to break, and that's a real bummer. But more than a bummer is that it's oh, look at this little fella. Hi. No, 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 no. You and your son are not welcome on my land. It has nothing to do with who you are. It just kind of is what it is. And that's mad unfortunate, my boy. This last season of SNL was so good. I'm sorry. Everyone can fight me. I think I already talked about this last stream, but I want to talk about it again because they just had their season finale with Will Ferrell. Fight me. SNL is good. Fight me. I think it's so good. And I know it's corny. And I know half the sketches are not funny. But it's like digging for gold, man. That's what you got to be prepared for. And that's what I'm totally prepared for. And they have a star-studded cast. Get out of my house. Unless you're down to watch Saturday Night Live this week. Half of it's not good. But isn't that the benefit of all these things? If it was good all the time, we're back to Pandora's box. If it was good all the time, it wouldn't be fun. Let me down. I'm out of space already. All right, this flower can go. All right, we're going to go to sleep. And before we start our fishing journey to allow the... Whoa. Oh, you need a bucket. Okay. You need a bucket. You need a bucket. No, 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 no. It's not flowing right anymore. What happened? Right there. Fuck. Okay, right there. Okay. We fixed it. Everybody calm down. I think that's right there. All right, we're going to sleep. We'll go to sleep. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it in post. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Remember when Bill O'Reilly screamed that? The fuck it, we'll do it live? That's one of the greatest moments of my life. Is that whole scene where he's yelling at all of his... all the people working with him. That, and there's nothing more I love than when you see, like... I don't care who it is. Whatever famous actor. Just kind of, like, lose their mind on set. I watched something recently. This pissed me off. Welcome to the piss off corner. Welcome to the piss corner. This right here is going to be the piss corner. Just something we never have to worry about. Why would we go outside? We were granted the ability of plumbing. This is the corner where we piss. And if you don't like it, you're going to have to hate it. You're just going to have to deal with it. There's a scene in Being John Malkovich, the Charlie Kaufman movie. There's a scene in it. All right, so now we also are going to do it like this. Okay. There's a scene in Charlie Kaufman's Being John Malkovich where the opening... No, fuck, I just said that wrong. It's the opening of Adaptation. The opening of Adaptation is playing a joke on the idea of what it was like working on the set of Being John Malkovich, because Charlie Kaufman wrote both of those movies. He screenwrote both of them. And in screenwriting them, he makes the bit that John Malkovich is an asshole. Like, he's yelling at the crew and stuff in the opening scene of Adaptation. And John Malkovich is, like, yelling at everybody about wearing the John Malkovich masks. And I saw a TikTok or an Instagram reel of it, except it said something along the lines of, shout out, thank God we have real men in the world like John Malkovich, who will actually stand up to laziness and start yelling at the cast and crew, the people who are, like, starving because they've been working all day. And if you're, like, working on a film set, you're doing nothing but standing around for majority of the time, and it sucks, and it's a lot to, like, handle. This is so messy. We're going to throw away some of this stuff. And then we're going to move the cows. Long story short, they were taking the scene from the movie Adaptation where they are making a joke about the movie Being John Malkovich, and they were pretending or misunderstanding and believing it to be real, which means you didn't even see the movie. So shut up. And then all the comments were like, that's what I like to see, a real man doing real business. Shout out John Malkovich for yelling at all those people. Brother, that's not what's happening. You have a severe misunderstanding and a lack of media literacy to even, like, look up and be curious about... We have some of these. Some of this. I like that the rant stopped mid chest open. It's almost like I'm lagging. Like when it opens, my CPU just can't handle it. Flowers. Let's keep that. We don't need this right now. So let's put that over there. Let's see, we need food. See, I can hear the cows, and I don't want to hear the cows. If they're suffering, that's not really a business I want to be a part of. I'd much rather do what I do in real life, which is turn a blind eye and enjoy my ribeye, which rhymed, by the way. Okay. I don't remember what I opened that chest for. I haven't had any tea. Maybe that's what it is. Hold on. What is that? Oh, it's the spoon. Now we're jazzed and laser focused. Okay. The Plazan. The placenta. We're going to dig some of this out too. No, I want it farther because I don't want to hear them at all. We can do it up on this hill. What do we think? I think that's a great idea. Let's get some of the doit. Delay that. But it's not my fault you misunderstood the beginning of adaptation. And it's your fault for having a bad understanding of it and misinterpreting. And I don't want to hear any of it. Boom, boom, boom. We're doing a whole lot of landscaping. My ancestors would be proud. Hold on. What if I click this? Yeah, that was crazy. I thought it was crazy I said that because I'm pretty sure my mom was watching too. Hi, Mom. Hello. Hail and well met. Happy beautiful Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday. What more could we ask for? The sun is shining. The day is great. I don't want this to look too exact because if it looks too exact, it's not going to do it for me the way I want it to do it for me. You know what I mean? But this is getting flatter. We'll take some of this down and then it just only ever so slightly bring this out more. Actually, you know what? It won't even matter because what we'll do is we'll make a sexy little staircase up to it so that way it looks cooler. Yeah, like we'll keep this. That looks a little natural. Maybe we'll even get give a couple notches over here. Like a 1, a 2, a tree. Like that. And then we'll bring some of this down. I don't want to flatten. Yeah, I'm going to flatten it. All right. Because we still need the cows for more leather, even though we finished our table of enchanting. Our enchanting table. What we still require is leather to make picture frames. So that way we can better understand the chests that we have in front of us. So it's like doing a big day where you're doing nothing but like pec flies, bench, decline press. It's a day to work on chests. All right. Take this down a little more. Moss. I wanted to build fuck. I wanted to build a mob grinder so that way we could get more XP. But then I would have to build the mob grinder. And then that also means if we're low on XP, we're going to be standing there and I'm just going to be chit-chatting while I just like hit something when it comes down and dies. I don't want to do that either. So instead, I think we're not going to build a mob grinder and we're just going to let what happens. You know what I mean, Captain? It's not up to me. It's up to the world around us. Also, we should build a nether portal today. That's on the list as well. Then talk about levels. We'll just go mine a bunch of quartz. And we'll also take that quartz to make our house prettier. It's a perfect plan, bro. Is this enough? Is this enough? Is this enough? Is this enough? Yeah. And then we'll bring this in. And then we'll move the cows. And then we'll build our fishing rod. We'll fish for a little bit. And then we'll build the nether portal. We'll go to the nether. And in doing so, our birch will grow. Do you see how it's all connected? Do you see what I mean? Do you understand? While the birch is growing, the birch trees are growing, we can do that. And then at the end, Mamma Mia, we'll have birch trees. Trees a la birch, if you will. All right. Bloop. Now, look how much dirt we have. How beautiful is that? We're just going to go, okay. Okay. Please obey me. Thank you. Obey my commands. Thank you. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm gonna dig this a little bit too. I can't help it. I want it to look good. So far, I think the best thing we've built is the like vegetable farm, which is not saying much. We're gonna need a lot more oak. I know I brought. We'll bring this over. I know I brought birch, but it would look kind of ugly if we don't keep it coherent, keep it cohesive. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Hi, babies. Where's Mussolini? There you are. Where? What? Benito Mussolini. That's my baby right there. All right. You guys are all about to have the best day of your life because you're going to have a much wide open space. I'm going to give y'all flowers and such. Look at that. See, we're getting the floor plan done. When I was walking with my buddy today, we were walking in a very rich neighborhood because we wanted to. And while we were doing that, I was looking at the houses. And golly gracious. One day, huh? Okay. We're going to turn this into all those. And we only need some sticks. How about them apples? We'll make some more sticks, but not all the sticks. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe something like that. And then how many more fences does that give us? 36. That's not enough. Okay, we have more. And more there. Boom. Okay. And then, of course, we'll have the more from the farm they are currently in. But I don't want to break it and then have to go get them. Hi, Piggy. Boom, boom. Yeah, see what I mean? So then we'll build like a little sexy staircase over here too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. All right. This is much better. A much better environment. This is a much better environment for our little friends. Does that go there? Can we put this there without it looking ugly? Nice. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brakayu. Beautiful. Okay, so we definitely did not need that many fences. But what are we going to do, huh? Better too many than too little. Now, I need this. I want that in my hotbar. Come here, my friends. Is this gate open? It is open. I'm a fool. Okay, I need everyone to follow me, except... Why is there a sheep in there, too? I need all of you to follow me except the horse. I want the horse to stay in there. Bud, please go back. Okay. Come. Welcome to your new home, where I don't have to hear you. Seen and not heard. Ready? Nope. No. You had it right. And then, of course, we still have Benito Mussolini. Okay. And then we go like this. And you can stay too, man. If on the inside you're a cow, who am I to stop you? It's a free country. You could do whatever you want. And in fact, I'm proud of you and you're very brave. Okay. Move. Move. Let's go to sleep. And then we'll come get the cows in the morning. In the morning. Oh, look at that. Eventually everything in here is going to look as sexy as our beautiful farm. But until that day happens, it's going to be ugly. Excuse me. Here, cowsies. My friend, would you like to join the coalition? Come here. Come here, my friend. I have to name one of you guys Terrence as well, because the first cow was named Terrence. Okay, there was like 8 of you, and now there's 2. Don't even stress it, my guy. Come. Come. Okay, and then we'll bring the chest over as well. Shabloink. You, my lovely steed, I need you over here. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't have a lead for you, so this is your home now. That is where you stay. and you're going to enjoy it, and we're going to live a beautiful, happy life together. We're going to have to get sand at some point, too, so we can make some glass. But until that day happens, we're just going to rock with this. Let's also do this. You know what? If anybody needs... Oh, damn it, I need to... actually, I'll break it anyways. Let's give you a hay bale, my friend. You're a good, beautiful horse. You're the best horse. Let's give you a hay bale. Just 1. 2. Okay. And then we'll go over here. Oh, but as long as this doesn't let him out. Because I don't want him to run away. Why would he run away? He's got a painting to look at. Yeah. No, I don't like that. How about this? Yeah. Want one more. Oh, well. At a later date. Okay. Now we have created a place for our cows. Shabloink. Let's put most of that in there. Come here, fellas. It's time to eat. It's time to eat and breed with one another. I feel bad. I think I accidentally put the sheep in heat as well, but you have nothing to do that with. Sorry. Okay. All that can go over there. Let's make this a little nicer too while we're here. Maybe now we can start doing the accents. Or something like this. Yeah, it's a little something. A little something for now. We can accept that. It's about progression. It's not a race. Okay? It's about slowly but surely. It's about slowly but surely temple. Doesn't it suck now that, like, if you look back at anything, like Shirley Temple's career, you can't help but look at it and be like, this had to be evil, right? Like it was a child who was forced to work all the time and stuff like that. It's hard not to keep the gauge with that, and then be like, just given the field that they're in, it's got to be in some way, just at least a little bit. Okay, the cows are now away. Check this out. You hear that? I don't. It's not the fucking cows. Beauteous. Whoops. Now we make a fishing rod, which I need a string for. Boom, boom, pow. Nope. 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 Yeah. Do I have any sticks? We do. Okay. And just like that, brother, we're fishing. We're fishing for compliments and we're fishing for fish. Bang. Bang. Dirt, 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 dirt. Okay. Let's see if any of our birch has grown. It has. Perfecto. That's exactly what we're looking for. So what happens when you make a plan and you execute it? Things are done. I hear so many mobs, but I don't always see them. Maybe it's because I got mob ties, man. Maybe it's because I've got shooters on the block. And you don't know anything about me. I'll slime and slide on your street, my friend. Okay. Oh, no. There was a... Hey. Are you gonna hurt me? You're supposed to. Well, that was unhelpful. I want one of them to drop a trident. It's like my favorite weapon. Nice, nice. Okay, so now we have more birch. We need more oak as well. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm so scared that this isn't going to grow. I think I placed it wrong. Which sounds insane. But alas, we'll figure it out later. Is this a small tree? A regular schmegular tree? It better be, because I don't want to climb up. It's not, damn it. Is that it? Are you going to be obnoxious? Or is that the only... Ah, there you are. I used to play with my roommates. And we had people in the group who would, like, break the tree. Here, I'll show you exactly how they broke the tree. And you'll understand. Give me a semi-tall tree. They would go... And then they would walk away, bro. and leave the leaves in the sky. It drove me up the wall. The wall was, whoa, we just saw that happen in real time. The wall was driven up, and it was driven up by me, man. Okay, we need more birch babies. Actually, we'll just let that happen. Wow. We fish. We made it. This is paradise. Oh, hold on. I want to fix that as well. Where are you? You're right there. That didn't help. That helped. Okay. Now we're in paradise. And we could just fish all day, baby. Not a care in the world. Not a hate in our heart. Only a smile on our face. Sweet. Pufferfish. Which we can do. I'm not positive what you can do with that. I know that you make potions, but I literally, my least favorite thing to do in this game, ever since I've played it since I was a wee lad, was to do potions. Because I didn't want to read a recipe book or anything. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on so I can say my next sentences. Beautiful. Now we got a real fish. That's something we can cook. We can let them cook with that. My first car, I drove into the ground. The first car I ever had was gracefully handed down by my grandmother, and it was the greatest opportunity because I finally had a way to get around, and I was all excited. And then I thought I was a car guy. Like I was pretty positive. I was like, I know who I am at the soul. I'm a car guy. I like cars. I work on cars. I had never worked on a car in my life. I don't even understand how they work today. I know that a bunch of explosions happen, and we are barreling these ginormous metal boxes of doom down the street. I've already given my opinion of cars. Oh, I missed it. I missed it because I was talking and using my hands. But the first car I ever had, I was like, I'm going to be a car guy. I'm going to start swapping out parts. I didn't have a toolbox. I didn't have anything. So the first thing I was like, what do I think I could do? So I bought a gear, like a top for the shifter. I bought one off Amazon. It was like a red one. I was like, this is going to be sick as hell. But that car was very old. And I have a feeling they were not. Ooh, that sucks. I have a feeling it was not meant. They were not meant to go together. They were not destined to marry. They were not born from the same stardust and had the promise of eternity no matter what life they lived. Instead, they didn't go together at all. So what I did is I just took off the old shifter, and it was all rubber. It wasn't like a like leather or anything. Oh, we almost missed a fish. It wasn't leather or anything that you could just pop off. So I just ripped it off. And then the one I bought off Amazon didn't fit to it. So instead, I took the old one, I put it back on, and I got a knife. I started just shaving it to try to make it snug enough that I could put the new one on it. And I was hanging out in a church parking lot near where I live. And I was sitting there and I was whittling this thing. And while I was whittling it, a cop came up and was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was a child, so I didn't know how to respond. And I just said, I have a knife. And he did this thing. He was like, why? And I was like, whoa, everyone calm down. So I had to set the knife on the ground. And then he was like, what are you using the knife for? I was like, to whittle. And he was like, why? For what? And I was like, I'm whittling my gear shift. And he looked at me like I was an idiot, which was honestly a fair assumption given my level of knowledge about cars. But I bring up that car because I also had a buddy at the time. He was actually like more of a car person than I was, but I guess not so much for the next like 2 minutes of the story. He was like, my oil was low, and I was like, I'll just change my own oil. So we drove to Walmart. We Googled what kind of oil the car took. We bought it. We didn't know how much to buy, so we just bought a couple bottles. You know what I mean? Fish. We just bought a couple bottles for the table. You know, something nice for the lady. And we took it into the Walmart. We jacked it up. where we fucked up was we drained it and then we put the cap back, but we didn't know how much oil to put into it. We didn't know how much oil to put in the car. So I figured the best course was just like anything else. Delicious. It's nighttime. We're going to go to sleep. And we'll also cook our fish. I should break this while I'm here. Boom. My best course of action was I don't know how much to put in. I guess all of it. And you'll know it's done because it'll be at the tippy top. So we put the oil in the car all the way to the tippy top, which I'm still not a car guy, but I don't think you have to be like a car person. Feel free to clap. We'll say car person now. You don't have to be a car person to know that you don't put the oil all the way to the tippy top, but we did put it to the tippy top. And after putting it to the tippy top, sure enough, like some months later, not even, I don't even remember how long it was after, but it totally took a shit. And that car took a very big shit. And the shit that it took affected the people around me as well. Because my buddy at the time, I had like just left his house because he was like, hey, I'm going to have a girl over. And I was like, whoa, bro. And he was like, yeah, dude. So he has a girl over. And I just leave his house. It was like a perfect like Indiana Jones swapping of the treasure and the sandbag where I left and this girl showed up. And I was like, I'll see you later, brother. I'll see you on the other side. And he's like, see you on the other side. And then my car died in the middle of the road of like a very busy road. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's because it has like so much oil that you're not supposed to do that. But I had to call him and I was like, hey, man, you're not going to believe this, but my car broke down. Could you come pick me up? Or I'm sorry, that's not true. I would like to say I just told him my car broke down and I said, you're busy. You're doing the dang thing. And he was like, I'm going to come get you. And I was like, no. See if you can call so-and-so to get it. Another one of our buddies. And he was like, no, I'll come over. And I was like, are you sure? So him and this girl show up and I'm just sitting on top of the car, like on the median. And he comes up and he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, man. Thank you. He was like, yeah, no problem. I felt, how do we want this? Actually, I'm going to put this back. I think we're going to do like a little, yeah. But that car caused me the ability to roam around the world. By world, I mean like just the little area I lived in. How's that? Oh, that's going to look, No, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Everybody calm down. This is where we're going to put the stairs to give it a little bit of an accent. Oh, but it's singular, huh? We'll do these things. I think I still even have them. I don't. We'll do slabs. Like at this? Yeah, we'll do slabs on the inside. Fixed it. Genius. What can you say? This is ugly. Why is this ugly? How do we fix this? We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, long story short, that car stopped one of my friends from at that point in our lives achieving a goal. But that's because he's a bro, and he was willing to come help me, and I repaid him in the end. I sucked his dick. That was the only way I figured the correct repayment. If I was stopping him, fuck, I clicked the wrong button. If I was stopping him from achieving his goal, a good friend helps your friend achieve goals, no matter what it takes. It's about power. It's about patience. It's about helping those around you. And if you end up accidentally cock blocking a bro, you're gonna have to arrive as the block of cock to enable to help him achieve his goals. That's what you do as a friend. All right. Anyways, that's been 45 minutes. That's it for that episode. Goodbye.